Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today is the first video I'm filming in front of my new bookshelves. It makes me so happy. I just filmed the outro for my bookshelf grand reveal of my new shelves in my new place, and they make me so happy, as you can very clearly tell. And yeah, I'm like back in it, guys. I want to film videos. I want to do all the things. So I want to put this video up before I film my next video, which is going to be decorating my shelves for the fall time. I can't wait. Okay, so with that all in mind, let's talk about the books that I just recently read in July and August. I know we're already halfway through September. I'm trying to get back on my filming game. Yeah, so let's get into it. I read one thing in July. To be fair, I moved in July. I traveled in July. July was a really crazy month. This whole year's been crazy, as I've talked about in other videos, but this month especially was a lot. So the only book that I finished in July was TJ Klune's In the Life of Puppets. Now, let's talk about this for a second. I enjoyed this. I enjoy all of TJ Klune's books. He's an instant buy for me at this point, especially when it's these kind of adult, just this, whoever does his cover art, whoever does his cover art is, Red Nose Studio. Yeah, Red Nose Studio, you're doing something right. His covers are beautiful. He, for me, is already always going to be an instant buy. I've been waiting for this book, I think, for 2 years. I think it was supposed to come out last year and then came out this year in April, I believe. I enjoyed this. This is not his strongest book, and I will say that. So for me, like, House in the Cerulean Sea will forever be my favorite of his, followed by, what's the one in the house? Whispering Door, Under the Whispering Door. Two of my favorite books by him. I haven't read his Wolf series, and I think he has a superhero series, but I haven't read either of those. This is the third book of his, and it was fine. It was memorable. I liked it. The characters were cute. It's a Pinocchio-esque retelling, for those of you guys that don't know, set with like robots. And it was fine. Like, it was fine. I didn't really love the ending. The story itself was a bit predictable, and it was kind of one of those books that the beginning was great and the ending was pretty good, and the middle of it I kind of got bored. Like, it took me a minute to get through this. So that being said, I do enjoy it. I think if you've liked his other books, if you like Pinocchio retellings, which is pretty unique, I think you would enjoy this. But yeah, overall, I think I ended up giving this one a 3 out of 5, 3.75. It's good, just not my favorite. Okay, now let's talk about everything, the 5 things that I read in August. August, again, crazy month. We're not going to get into it, but I read some good stuff, and I finally got to check out the library near to me, which was great because I haven't been really invested in a library in a hot minute. So that was really great. I just feel like, again, I'm getting back to my roots, guys. I'm going back to me, and it just feels really good. So I picked up a couple of things from the library. The first one was Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. I did not realize how short this was when I first saw it. It's basically, she's the author of Jade City. It's about, what are they called? Rook trainers? Roke? I'm gonna say roke. Roke trainers, which are basically these like giant, not magical birds, but basically like giant birds that hunt manticores, which are basically like people-eating monsters in the world of this story. This girl is a trainer of one. Her name's Esther. She is becoming a master rook trainer throughout the story. I liked it. It was a pretty quick read. I think I read it in like 2 sittings. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't as, I don't know, a lot of things I'm reading this year has just been fine. Like, I'm not so invested in it that I'm like needing more, dying for it. I do think I would pick up Jade City by her, or if she does write more novellas, I do think I would pick this up because it was an interesting read. It just wasn't my favorite. So that being said, if you do want something quick, very interesting, just a very nice quick read, something that's interesting that'll suck you in and keep you interested for a couple of hours, this is a good one. Okay. I don't even know how to talk about this book, to be honest. It's not even on my Goodreads right now because I don't know how to, I don't know. I read random things. We know this. There's not much that I won't put my eyeballs on, especially for random graphic novels. Random graphic novels about random things are my favorite. This was a very bizarre book. This is my lesbian experience with loneliness. It's about as interesting of a topic as you could imagine. It's basically exactly what it says on the back. A candid tell-all of a young woman's struggles with depression and sexuality that has taken the internet by storm. So I think this is, again, one of those stories that was originally published as like a webcomic and then became a published novel. So this is just interesting. I think I ended up giving this, again, I like to read graphic novels in between reading slumps because it kind of just keeps my interest going and they're so quick and easy to get through. Yeah, I am not the target audience for this for sure. But that being said, it was an interesting read. There were things about it that it was just interesting to read. I like reading graphic novels. I like reading memoirs and things like that to learn about other people's experiences that are not similar or in different ways from my own, because I think it's fascinating to just learn more about the human experience. And that's, I think, why I picked it up, and that's my justification for it. But yeah, overall, if you want something kind of extremely open, very candid, a very open look at depression and what that can look like and entail and how that does affect your sexuality at times, this was really interesting. Again, just one of those that I picked up, tried it out, and I don't know if it was for me, but I enjoyed it. Okay, next, let's totally switch gears into a nonfiction. This is Attached by Amar Levine and Rachel Hellner. So this was, I like to pick up a few nonfiction throughout the year to just kind of sprinkle through my reading. I kind of pick them up, put them down. They're not something I can read in like one sitting, as I don't think they're intended for. This was really good. I would put this on par with like the 5 Love Languages book, or what's another like really popular romance, like not romance, like relationship nonfiction. This one was good. This one was really good. A lot of the stuff for it got a bit repetitive. I honestly think this book could be about 100 pages shorter, because I will say at a certain point it just got repetitive. There's a lot of like real life examples in here, which I kind of skimmed over, but the nuggets of this I think are really interesting. I'm definitely an anxious attached person myself, which I learned, which we kind of already knew. No one was surprised by that, but it was interesting to just kind of learn dynamics of how you can use these tools to interact with other people, that people with secure attachment style don't look a certain type of way that you would expect. Yeah, and it just was a lot of me reflecting, to be honest, on past relationships, going, oh, yeah, that definitely makes sense. So yeah, all that to be said, I really enjoyed this. I think if you want something that's a pretty easy read in terms of self-help or, you know, nonfiction and things like that, it did read fairly quickly for me. So yeah, I think if you want to learn more about your attachment style, this one's definitely a good one. Next, we're continuing on the SJM train. Guys, my goal is to finish her entire work of art by the time the new one comes out. It's already mid-September. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Would I love for it to? Yes. So, we're currently in the middle of my dragon read along that was supposed to be in August that has now bled into September. There will be a reading vlog coming of me reading some very popular dragon books, so keep an eye out for that. And I think there's also going to be a continuation of it in November when Iron Flame comes out, the sequel to Fourth Wing. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know down below. Or if there's books you want me to read in that, let me know down below. But yeah, my also other goal is to finish Throne of Glass series. We're 2 in. This was great. This definitely did exactly what ACOTAR did for me, where it started to suck me into this whole world. I liked Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass was good. It has a good story, but this is where I got into it. These to me are the same kind of vibe as like a Cassandra Clare book. They're a CW drama in a book form. Everyone's attractive. Everyone's got drama. Everyone likes everyone. And I'm just here for it. It's so good. So I'm ready to keep it going. I'm ready to see where it's going. Obviously, I can't really give spoilers on this because it is the second one in the series, but overall, I'm really invested in this world at this point. I'm starting Heir of Fire hopefully this week. We'll see. But yeah, keep up with me on these videos if you want me to document any of me reading this series. I could definitely do some reading vlogs with me going through these. I would be down. If you want spoilery ones, or not. Let me know. I'm here for it. But yeah, overall, we're in the SGM world and we're here for it. We are fans. The hype is real and the hype is true. Okay. And the last thing that I picked up is The Empress of Salt and Fortune by Nevo. This I very much enjoyed. I really want to continue in this series. This is a novella by Rabbit, or by the author, focused on a cleric named, no, is it Rabbit? No, what's the cleric's name? Does the cleric even have a name? It's, oh my gosh, Chi? I think it's Chi. Apologies on that if I'm wrong. But she basically is a storyteller that goes around this world and captures the stories of those of the people that she interacts with. And one of them for this one is focused on a handmaiden named Rabbit. This I really enjoyed. It was a really quick read. I'll be honest, for some of it, it's a little bit more of a metaphorical language than I was anticipating. But I enjoyed it, and it all does come together at the end, I will say. So I really liked it. I really want to continue in the series. I know there's several others of these and some that are continuing to still come out. So yeah, I enjoyed this. Again, it's been kind of on the same vein as the Untethered Sky. I'm trying to, in the interim of these like super heavy high fantasy books, read things that are pretty quick and easy just to continue on my reading journey, because I'm like 15 books behind on my reading goal currently for the year. I think I've read 45 books so far this year, and we need to get on it. So I might have a couple more graphic novels in the next month just to keep padding the numbers, because it's an ambiguous goal made only by myself, only for myself, but I want to hit it. So yeah, the goal is 85 books for the year. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, overall, that is everything that I read in July and August. September is doing moderately well. I'm hoping to try and read 15 books this month. We're 4 books in. We'll see how it goes. So wish me luck on that. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to see more of my face, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!